Howdy folks, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to a new episode of Hearts of Iron 4 with the Endsieg mod. I have to warn you that this episode will be slightly shorter than the usual ones because while I was recording this game, a couple of things of, let's say, unexpected things that should have not happened, indeed they happened. And so as you may have just seen now, for this operation, whose aim was to trap and annihilate the Soviet forces located between the areas of the Baltic and Leningrad, I decided to reuse the battle plans. And as always, the Allies' AI managed once again to upset my plans, because while I was receiving constant annoying notifications that the Allies were about to land in Italy, actually they did not. Yes, I mean, they tried landing in Italy, but they actually landed again in the Balkans, and they overrun the two Croatian divisions because the Croatians were just, yeah, I don't want to say it, but yeah, so the Allies again landed there, and I was forced to redeploy von Manteuffel's Panzer Group to deal with the immediate threat, which was again, I think, the very first mistake that I did, because I should have used Paul Hauser Panzer Group with only 19 out of 24 division instead of a complete Panzer Group. Anyway, the second unexpected thing was the failure of my attacks when the operation commenced, and especially I was surprised by Paul Hauser 3rd Panzer Group, which hardly managed to achieve any kind of breakthrough. I don't know if this was because of the battle plan, I don't know why this happened, but it just happened. And the only success of Paul Hauser Panzer Group came around Daugavpils. Maybe because the Panzer had to cross the Dvina River, I don't know. Yeah, but again, I was, let's say, I was a bit disappointed by the battle plan system, because I was enjoying micromanaging the Panzer and Panzer Grenadier divisions on the Eastern Front. But for this offensive, I was like, okay, let's try to use again the battle plan, since I liked to work with that. And well, apparently things didn't start as well as I hoped to. Despite this, the offensive progressed kind of well, and it was only, let's say, until late July that I realized, okay, maybe the battle plan isn't really that great, because the divisions were advancing tile by tile. And as you may have noticed, I was forced to constantly reshape the frontline line, because otherwise the AI would have just let more and more troops along the flanks, which were in turn supposed to be protected by the infantry coming in from the south. And it was because of this that I decided to manually reorient the 2nd Panzer Division against Leningrad, and the tankmen of the 2nd Panzer Division were actually the ones who had the honor of entering the capital of the Bolshevik Revolution. And on one hand here, there was another mistake from my side, because I forgot. I really forgot. Maybe I'm getting old, I don't know, but I forgot that Finland switched side, and my sweet dreams of annihilating the Soviet troops by just pushing them along the Finnish border were smashed in a couple of seconds. And the other mistake is that I forgot about the presence of heavily fortified regions in the area around Leningrad and along the Volkhov River. Because I was like, how is it possible that my divisions cannot break through those Soviet troops which are so demoralized and so disorganized? And it took me a while to realize that, oh crap, I still had the fortifications introduced in the 1943 scenario. So as, let's say, Guderian panzers were smashing their heads against heavily fortified bunkers and pillboxes, Polar Hauser troops just walked over the enemy positions in Estonia, and they quickly met up with the infantry coming in from the south east. Sorry for that. Polhauser tanks were quickly redeployed along the Estonian front, and then I just ordered them to invade the archipelago of islands, there standing north of the Gulf of Riga. Meanwhile, I also made another interesting discovery about the Soviet troops abandoned in the Leningrad pocket, let's call it like this, because apparently if you don't control the province between Leningrad and the Volkhov River, the one which links that pocket to the lake Ladoga, somehow the troops can still be supplied by Moscow. I don't know if this is a bug or this is intended, because and as you can see, I was keeping an eye on the battle because I was like, oh my god, how can those troops survive without supplies from Moscow? And I think that, as long as that tile is in Soviet hands, they can still be supplied by Moscow. And nevertheless, by mid-August 1945, finally, the Battle of the Leningrad Pocket was over. And this totally upset my plans, because I was planning to do something else that will come in the next episode, of course. And so, having defeated the Red Army in that area, I began a massive redeployment of my Panzer and Panzer Grenadier divisions. Again, sorry, oh my god, I can't talk tonight. And for, let's say, an operation which I think will be the biggest operation I've ever launched on the Eastern Front. And I don't want to spoiler it. I just want to say thank you very much for watching. Take care, guys, and stay tuned for the next episode.